today, and I very much appreciate the fact that so many people have, particularly in the last few days, shared their stories with me and in public so that others can hear about the challenges that are facing the AAPI community. As the nation grieves with family members of the victims in Atlanta, I'm here today to stand in solidarity with members of the Asian American, and Pacific Islander communities here in Illinois. We must recognize that to truly address the roots of hate and prejudice, that work begins at home. I want to thank those who are here with me today for sharing their stories and those of their constituents, their family and friends. Representatives Janet Yang Rohr, Representative Denise Wang Stoneback, and Representative Teresa Ma, one of the leaders and first members of this, early members of this caucus. Julia Ting, the Chicago chapter leader of the National Asian Pacific American Women's Forum. Josina Morita, Commissioner of the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. McLean County Board Member Sharon Chung, thank you for driving all this way to join us today in this press conference. And Eva Nip, the lead organizer of the Coalition for a Better Chinese American Community. The sickening murders that took place in Atlanta last week fueled a national outcry over racism and prejudice against the Asian American community. And such a poignant example of violent, racialized misogyny should serve as a call to action. Make no mistake, the state of Illinois recognizes that this was not an isolated incident. It was a year where the Asian American, and Pacific Islander communities experienced racist scapegoating for the COVID-19 pandemic. A year in which advocacy groups documented a surge in anti-Asian hate incidents, particularly against women. It was a year in which the occupant of the highest office in the land fueled the fire with his own hateful rhetoric. This is a moment when every American should take time to reflect on what they've done and what more they can do to stand up against bigotry, hatred, and intolerance. Of course, we would be remiss to pretend that this is only a problem of the last year. I love the promise of this country, and we must work every day to attain that promise. But there's still so much work to be done. Today, we need patriots to stand up against hatred. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The truest patriots are those intent on working to hold this nation accountable to its ideals. Here in Illinois, there is no place for racism or discrimination of any kind. Representatives of our state government have already been in touch with municipal leaders across Illinois to spread awareness of the events in Atlanta, encouraging them to proactively protect their residents. My administration is working to combat hate and hold those who deploy it accountable. Under my governorship, the Department of Human Rights has restarted the Commission on Discrimination and Hate Crimes, and 3 of its members representing the AAPI community, Delara Saeed, Anita Banerjee, and Andy Kang. Like Attorney General Kwame Raoul, I want to encourage people to call and report discrimination or hate-motivated incidents to his office online, by email, or through the Civil Rights Hotline. That's 1-877-581-3692. I'm going to repeat that. This is the Civil Rights Hotline. Please report hate-motivated incidents or discrimination at 1-877-581-3692. I do not pretend to know the pain of this moment for those who look at the Atlanta victims and see their own mothers, daughters, and sisters, or themselves. But I want the AAPI community in Illinois to know that I see you, and I see the fear and anxiety that these events have forced into your lives and the lives of your loved ones. And I want you to know that Illinois is your home. You are our friends and our neighbors and our family members. And I will do everything in my power as governor to protect you and to welcome you.